Welcome to WRESTLEEN, a wrestling podcast for true wrestling fans. This is episode 15. Today we are talking about TNA, pulling people from matches like they're good enough for that. Ain't got no money to pay your talent, but you got money to say, no dude, you can't wrestle there, homeboy. How dare you? How dare you try to show some love to Ricochet, dude?
You don't think WWE had anything to do with that?
I don't think so, because of who they pulled. Like, okay, Leon Slater, yeah, fine. You want Leon Slater to sign. You pull Nick Nemeth. Okay, Nemeth was in your company. He was literally wrestling on WWE in December. Yeah. Bear Bronson? Come on, you want a Bear Bronson? I think Bear Bronson's good. He is not at all what WWE
You're pulling
wants.
these people out because AEW talent is in that card also, right?
No, because they're fighting AEW talent.
AEW talent, okay.
Yes.
How does WWE is affected by that?
Not at all. Exactly.
How is TNA affected by that?
Affected, not at all. Losing to AEW talent don't affect you.
Who benefits from
the partnership?
From WWE talent and AEW talent wrestling one another? Who benefits from that?
You mean TNA and AEW wrestling each other?
No, WWE talent.
Mm-hmm. If they were to wrestle
AEW
talent, yeah, both companies would benefit.
Okay, but WWE talent is going against AEW talent in that card, aren't they?
No.
TNA.
Yeah,
TNA is like an extension.
Yeah, okay, so we'll go.
Of
yeah,
WWE.
All right, but even still,
how does that affect TNA?
It affects TNA badly. You look bad in the end. You're pulling people from the. But
how does it affect TNA? From
what, their wrestlers like losing to AEW talent? They think it diminishes them. They think, oh, it makes them look worse. It makes them look like scrubs. Because, you're losing to AEW talent, completely forgetting that MJF is a world champion. Ricochet was just national champion.
Is TNA saying that
they're better than AEW? Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I used to love TNA prior to this
WWE deal. Prior to every.
That was my favorite wrestling company. They did not cheat you in the weekly shows or pay-per-views.
Yes, and now it stinks.
But you are not
You are not that.
The
number one?
Number two company.
Yeah,
you're not. Such thing.
You are not. You know? You're not even close. WWE and AEW could go out of business tomorrow, and TNA still would not be in the running for number two. Because there's still New Japan and CML right there. And then after that, New Japan goes out of business, there's still CML and AAA. You are not getting close to number two. TNA...
I think WWE had a big influence in all this.
I think not directly.
Whether they
inspired it.
Whether they mentioned it to TNA, maybe you guys shouldn't. Or maybe just the ownership or management of TNA decided, wait a minute, we have this partnership, this deal with WWE.
We should be more like them.
We shouldn't
put our talent against
be put in the same, show against AEW.
And that's my thing is...
Which is stupid, if you ask me, because just this Wednesday night on Dynamite, United Empire?
United Empire made their appearance.
How cool is that?
It was awesome.
To see, talent from other companies, not invade, but participate.
And look,
come on now.
I'll point out to one thing. I think that they're doing it inspired by WWE and how controlling WWE is over their talent. Because WWE keeps their talent under lock and key.
I don't have a problem if TNA themselves decided they did this themselves.
It seems like it was.
And WWE had absolutely nothing to do with this. Then okay. But I don't buy it for a second, for the simple fact that it is WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So even if WWE did not have anything to do with this, it almost makes it look
like they did.
Yeah.
But I could point to some reasons why I think that WWE didn't do it. I'll start a thing with Ospreay. Ospreay himself just said that in 2018, Pete Dunne, NXT UK champion, they wrestled each other. There was no AEW. Okay. But I'll go AEW. That WWE doesn't have an issue with AEW. Marcus Mathers in March just teamed with Alec Price and Jordan Oliver on a show. They don't care.
Who were they with?
They were, it was a 3-on-3. They were fighting indie talent.
Okay.
And they lost.
Oliver
and Alec Price were signed to AEW at that point. Yeah, March. They signed in January.
March was last month.
Yeah.
So is this something that
that happened? Yeah, that happened last month. They canceled Bear Bronson at MJF last month too. So it's obviously not WWE thing, or else they would have canceled Marcus Mathers and Alec Price and Jordan Oliver teaming together.
But these guys, these ID people, they really don't belong to WWE. They're not signed to WWE. WWE, I guess, is trying to keep an eye on them and see how they develop, but they're not really helping. How are you helping these people?
They're helping them in certain ways. Like with the Marcus Mathers, I've seen that he's put up weight. He's getting training. Yeah.
He's supposed to be...
They report to the Performance Center weekly. They get dietitians given to them as well.
No.
That's what WWE's doing. And then also WWE gives them a salary.
If anything, you should have done, the hell with that stupid ID. You know? Is send them down to NXT. That's what the hell they should be doing. That's what you should be using.
It's like a grant,
NXT
basically. For. It's like a grant. That's kind of what the WWE. They get paid a salary every year.
It don't matter.
Allowing
how
them to
does
not
anybody
have to work.
How does a 21-year-old, right, say, starting up in the business, you know, you could be a high flyer, you could be technical, you're good, you know, but you have not reached your potential, your prime yet. Do you benefit from a fucking ID with a dietitian and we'll help you out however we can? Or do you benefit from going down to developmental where they can finish you, where they can polish you and get you ready for main roster?
I would say, honestly, certain people need the ID more than anything. Like a Marcus Mathers, I'll point to him specifically.
Is he proven already in the Indies?
In the Indies, yes.
Then you don't need that.
Right now, he's put up weight with the dietitian.
You could put up weight on your own.
He gets a salary
every
year.
Paid.
Yeah, but he's getting paid way more. He's making, let's say, $80,000 base for WWE, from WWE, to just wrestle the normal dates that you would already wrestle. So now instead of having to worry about, I got to charge more this month because I need to pay rent. Now you can pay
$80,000 when people down in NXT are making less than $80,000.
That's what they're making.
No, they're not. They just
I'm talking Gigi Dolan,
left. No, somebody that was making...
Jasmine Nix, yeah.
See?
That's what I'm saying. They're making
that salary. So you're
going
to give a guy more than $80,000.
She was making $80,000 before taxes and gear and stuff. That's what I'm saying.
But you're going to give a guy that's not even in your developmental that kind of money.
They are giving him that money. Because it guarantees you're going to sign with us when we come and tell you to
You're not signing Randy Orton. You're not signing 19-year-old Randy Orton. Come on now.
That's what they assume. I don't know. I see potential in Marcus Mathers. I don't see him being
There's potential
great
in everybody out there, but I'm just saying.
I don't see him being great in WWE, but I see him
intercontinental. Do more good to the business if you take that guy who you see something on and you
put him just in NXT.
In developmental. Yeah. Ethan Page should get smacked across the face with a white glove and get the hell up to Raw.
No.
You know,
if anything, they're talking about putting him to SmackDown.
What are you doing down there?
He's down there
you
for
could
comfortability.
Have fun, you like it, this and that. You considering retirement, this and that. But dude, you taking up a fucking spot. Yeah. It's like you graduated from high school 4 years ago. You still hanging around the high school.
Exactly.
Get the hell up. Go to college.
Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about. Is that obviously it's not WWE, or else Marcus Mathers would have been pulled from that booking. Last year during Janela's spring break, I think all those WWID people wouldn't have been in the same Rumble as, a Megan Bayne. And even there, they had Megan Bayne, they had Masha Slamovich, they had all these people from JCW, they had Pero, who works for NWA. They had, plenty of wrestlers, from different companies in there with WWID talent. So it tells me that this is not a WWE thing. Also, case in point, Nakamura. Nakamura worked for Pro Wrestling Noah shows. Yeah, he was not allowed to go to Wrestle Kingdom, but that's because that jeopardizes the AAA deal that WWE has. That's why he wasn't allowed to go there, rather than, AEW, we can't let them there.
No, it is. They will benefit more because there's a lot of good young talent, believe it or not,
Koger.
in GCW. For those that don't know, about GCW, look it up because they got a lot of good young talent out there.
Atticus Koger, Charles Mason.
That they're death matches, this and that. But I mean,
Teriyaki, Mr. Danger,
CM Punk, Seth, Cody.
They're aging, and you need a new roster.
And Roman, I'm not even gonna put Randy in that fucking
Drew
mix.
McIntyre.
I'm not even gonna put McIntyre in there. Just the 4 that you continue to push: Roman, Seth, Cody,
and Bill,
and CM Punk. There you go.
Man, is it good to be
alive. You
alive.
need these 21-year-olds out there being developed, being pushed, being ready. So when one of these guys start to slow down, they get injured or they don't renew their contracts, that you can bring somebody up, and basically do what you do best, and is force them down people's throats.
Yeah.
A la Sami Zayn, Jey Uso.
Yep. Yeah.
You should have invested that time in LA Knight. You would have been better off.
LA Knight, I think Priest got one run with the title, and then they chucked him down.
Use that energy, those resources, that time.
Escobar.
LA Knight he's entertaining.
Yeah.
Has an awful finisher, but he's entertaining.
Kogan does his finisher way better.
We need a hype man. If you need a hype man,
he's a hype man.
Why don't you get a younger hype man?
Trick Williams.
And garbage. Alec Price.
Trick Williams?
No, if you need a hype guy. No,
hype up the crowd or hype up a wrestler?
No, just to hype up the
crowd, Alec Price, yeah. Because Trick Williams would make a great manager.
Younger.
Yeah. Alec Price only like 24, I think.
Exactly.
So you have younger talent that you could do just to hype up the crowd. Atticus Cogar, ready for a main roster. He's only 29. Charles Mason, I think, is in his early 30s. There's people like that you could hire right now and do something with.
They had a girl, I think, part of that idea. I don't know if they ID'd her.
Zeta Steel.
And she said no.
Yeah, she left, went over there, wrestled Death Riders.
She's in AEW.
Yeah, exactly. She's in AEW.
Right, see?
You've had several chances to sign a lot of talent that you just have not done it. There's a lot of people out there on the indies that could benefit from WWE.
You have such a problem in WWE that just this past... was it last week? I believe it was. Stand and Deliver.
Yeah.
That you had two development. You had a developmental tag team because NXT is developmental. It's not no damn third brand. It's developmental, which is why I don't understand why the fuck Ethan Page is down there. Why the fuck
Ethan Page out there, the super senior. He's chilling in the cafeteria talking to people.
Lexus King was in AEW. Ethan Page was
Richard
in TNA.
Stanks.
Ricky Starks was in
AEW.
In AEW.
Yeah.
Why are you down there in developmental? What are you gonna learn?
Yeah, what are you gonna learn from Tensai? Let's be straight up.
Like the Vanity Project.
They stink. They're horrible.
They're a young team, and you're where you need to be.
Yeah.
Against Los Americanos. I mean, hasn't Butch.
Pete Dunne's pushing 30. They hired him when he was like 21.
He done enough and been proven and been champion in, what was it, NXT
UK, yeah.
What about the big strong boy?
Also NXT UK.
Okay, and you got him down there.
I have
to
say that
taking opportunities.
Yep,
and
from
matches, exposure.
Hank and Tank
from what you should be doing.
Hank and Tank were on the pre-show rather than on the actual show.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let me also point out the fact
this is such a third brand.
Why do you need
to have somebody up there
people from
in main roster that
Dom?
You need to fucking drop him down from his spot.
Dom.
You no longer have that spot along with Dominic. You should send Seth and Dominic down to NXT if that is your third brand.
Yeah, go on and do it. Yeah,
these are guys that you see him as one of your top two. Not even top three.
Yeah,
there's Roman. Seth, CM Punk, Seth, Cody, Seth. Seth is always involved in everything, and send some of the young talent out there. The Dom that just won
the Don who just won the title. You have Joe Hendry down there.
Why is Joe Hendry down there?
Yeah, Joe Hendry's like 35. Why are you sitting down there with guys that are
developmental to learn what?
Yeah.
What the hell did Jordan Grace learn?
Exactly. Well, she learned how to cool herself down and end up in SmackDown having a terrible
Mariah
feud.
May learn down there?
I have no clue. Okay. How to not be as good as she was.
You're already fucked up with Roxanne Perez keeping her down there way too long, and you're doing the same thing with Soul.
You messed up with You messed up with Valkyria as well. You put her down there, didn't do anything with her down there. and then you brought her off the main roster, started doing something with her, made it so she couldn't challenge for Becky Lynch's title, and then chucked her with Bayley and threw him to the side and went, yep, that'll work on its own. Like, what?
You're cooling people off like crazy.
Yeah.
And this WrestleMania
stinks. Horrible.
What I would do.
What I would honestly, do is cancel it and apologize.
And people are going to complain and comment and say, you know, nothing about wrestling, this and that. Go ahead and do that and then look at it from the other point of view. And see if one of them really is that much different than the other. No titles should change hands in that WrestleMania. Yeah. None. Yeah. Now, if you want to look at it from the completely different side, all titles should change hands. Does it make a difference?
Not really.
If Randy wins that belt or not?
No.
Does it make a difference if Cody loses that belt or not? No. Remember, Cody lost that belt not too long ago to McIntyre.
Cody lost that belt in January to McIntyre. Or no, in December to McIntyre, then won it back in February.
SmackDown.
Lost on SmackDown, won it back on SmackDown. What is this?
Does it really make a difference? Yeah. You know, Roman losing to CM Punk. Does it really make a difference? Does Roman really need that belt? Is that belt really gonna make or break Roman?
Yeah.
No. If CM Punk loses that belt, does it do anything for him? Really? No, it's not like you won the main championship, you know?
Cargill losing to Rhea Ripley.
Cargill losing to Rhea Ripley, expected.
Yes.
Rhea Ripley
beating Cargill, that's the good ending.
Rhea Ripley losing to Cargill. Damn. You know, I guess they had plans for her.
Yeah.
Or whatever. No. You should have changed those two.
It should have been Liv Morgan and Cargill matches to stink up the joint. It would have been better. And then Vicaire and Rhea Ripley to put on a good match because Liv Morgan's trash and Jade Cargill is so bad. People have compared it to Goldberg. I've seen like a thing. I think somebody compared it to the Big Show. Like people think that Jade Cargill is like
You're
great.
Not good.
You are horrible. You cannot wrestle. I could go into a wrestling ring right now against like Joey Janela, terrible opponent, and put on a 5-star classic. I have a chance of putting on a 5-star classic with him more than you have a chance of putting on a decent match.
I think Meltzer would agree.
Yeah, exactly. Jade Cargill is like the worst wrestler of all time. It's so bad it makes Ridge Holland, Eric Boogs, or no, what was it? It was Rick Boogs. Rick Boogs, what is it? Danhausen and Ridge Holland.
Why did you hire that guy?
He wrestled on SmackDown.
Okay.
He has a terrible finisher. His finisher
but
is so
is he
bad.
At least good in the ring?
No, he's not good. Right. Danhausen is not meant to be good.
That's a terrible finisher.
Terrible finisher.
He's terrible in the ring.
Yes.
Great.
He cursed.
I like it.
He cursed Kit Wilson on the top rope. Kit Wilson went on the top rope. He cursed him. He slipped and the pyro went off behind Kit Wilson like it shocked him. And then he double cursed him too. Went to the corner, cursed him, hit the worst running boot to the head I've ever seen, and that was the end.
Is that like awful. A Helluva kick?
No. This guy's just like hunched over Seth Stomp style. He runs and kicks him in the head.
Oh shit, like a punt.
Kind of, but he's not on the floor. He's just like bent over, standing up. Oh. It is not good. It's so awkward. It's so bad. It's terrible. And you know what? Danhausen, 10 out of 10 wrestler. Just because
Dominic should not have lost that Intercontinental.
Dominic should have never been up on main roster to begin with. Let's
that
be
match
straight up.
Should have been Dominic versus
Mysterio
versus Balor for the
title, yeah.
Intercontinental.
Or Dominic versus Mysterio to retire.
Ladder match at least.
Mm-hmm.
This 6-way thing that you have going on there.
You're not going to focus on.
You could have made it for another belt.
Yeah. The U.S.
Yeah.
You could have gone the U.S. because the U.S. title is being defended by Sami Zayn against Trick Williams. I would have taken Trick Williams. Javon.
Trick Williams versus Carmelo Hayes.
Yeah.
That should have been the match. That was the match there.
Or you go Trick Williams, Carmelo,
McIntyre,
Javon, Penta.
I'm going to put McIntyre in the match. It should have been McIntyre versus Sami Zayn. Honestly. That would have been a better match.
If I'm putting McIntyre in a match, it's McIntyre versus Gunther. Loser retires forever, permanently.
Gunther versus Seth. That's an awful match.
Man, is it good to be alive?
Any one of them two. Well, if Gunther loses to Seth, no big deal.
Seth loses to Gunther, you got to retire. Gunther's the retirement man.
You know, at that point, getting injured,
being
stripped of your belt. Terrible gimmick again. You have not changed anything. When you came back from that fake injury,
you should have changed.
You should have changed your fucking gimmick.
It doesn't need to be Shield.
You came back down again. I mean, it could be. Oh man, what Theory has going on right now? That should have been said. I don't know what the hell Theory has going on. Buzz cut his hair.
I know what Theory has going on.
That should have been it.
Theory's got an identity crisis. He thinks he's Kyle Fletcher. You're not.
You know what? Yeah. But that's what Seth should have done. The same gear that Theory comes out there, that should have been said. Theory, A-Town down. Keep him the same fucking way.
That gimmick's horrible, but at least it would fit more with a Logan Paul. Why is Logan Paul acting serious? Dude, you look like you're on steroids with such a thinning, receding hairline.
But the pace that this guy is bulking up, do not be surprised.
If they give him the title.
By the end of the year, he's has one of these ugly belts around
They
his
give
waist.
him the title. I think Sami Zayn's going to go and kick Triple H out of a window or something.
Sami Zayn could go and kick his wife if he wants to kick her. You don't make the decisions.
Unfortunately, that's the messed up thing.
Resign and resign.
Stop resigning.
That's
him and Balor,
you
both
are
of them.
in title matches where you and Jey Uso shouldn't be. There's so much better talent.
Yes.
But then again, you can't say, Balor should be in there. Balor has gotten, the title shots and lost them. Whether it's his fault,
over the course of 10 years,
fault, it don't make a difference. But
it is,
enjoy it. Well, you can enjoy this little game you got going on with these belts, where these belts are changing hands. On like SmackDown, short ass 2-month title reigns before Brock decides, I want to be champion.
Yeah, I want to be champion before I retire. I'll retire next SummerSlam. I'll retire this one. Yeah,
you're getting an ass whipping, stiff hitting,
no selling.
Okay, zero selling.
Zero selling. You're gonna have to sell the whole feud,
and then back of the line.
Yeah, exactly. It's Brock is like a guaranteed momentum killer. He goes in there, has a terrible match, gassed out, throws you around, actually beats on you, puts on a terrible match, refuses to do anything the entire build,
Brock is
and then walks away.
It's going to be CM Punk if CM Punk retains that belt.
Probably.
I don't think it's going to be Roman. Don't make no sense. It ain't going to be Cody.
I've heard rumors that he
ain't
retires.
even going to be Randy. It'll be CM Punk.
I've heard rumors he retires at SummerSlam to Gunther. That Gunther will be retiring him.
If I'm Brock, after everything you have accomplished in wrestling,
that's who he chose.
Well, if that's your choice, by all means, go right
Because
ahead.
If he's retiring Cena, he's retired AJ Styles. I might as well retire to him too.
I would have fucking said
Brock.
Two people. I would have said The Rock, or I would have said Randy.
If
Somebody from the same time.
If I'm Brock, I would have said Roman Reigns. Give us one last bad match.
Roman Reigns will have bragging rights forever.
Exactly. I retired you. Yeah, and then have
at least The Rock is also terrible. He's from the same school.
No.
No,
yes. He was years prior.
It don't matter.
And not from the same school at all.
Same fucking thing.
For them, Rock
it was the same thing. Brock was coming in as The Rock was in his prime. Remember, he won his first championship by beating The Rock. You're from the same era.
So it's only poetic that The Rock beats you.
The Rock or Randy. One of those two. I don't know if that was the last match he had with Randy where he busted him with
I don't believe he's fought Randy since.
But I think the person affected by this is going to be CM Punk. If you get that belt, if you keep that belt, Brock hasn't had that belt. And the whipping that guy's going to give you, I don't think your old ass is going to be able to take it.
He took Gunther's. If take Gunther's meant get bodied for half an hour and barely survive it.
Okay. Gunther's chops. And that stiff fucking drop kick that he does. Okay. That's all you need to watch out for. As far as beating him,
that powerbomb.
As far as beating him, that powerbomb is mid.
He still
just
drops
sits
you.
There. And,
the splash. You forgot that giant splash. The man wrestles like Andre.
Problem is, he's tough. I mean, you
Gunther,
slap him around, hit him. He does not stay down here for long. So
that's why I think they should have put him versus Dragon
going in there against Gunther. You can weather that storm.
Yeah,
you know,
somewhat.
Maybe roll him up. Maybe cheat. You know, maybe give him back-to-back GTS and hopes that's enough. But against a Brock that's going to toss you all over that ring.
And then no-sell.
F5s you a whole bunch of times. And the moment
you hit him,
you no-sell, he's going to put you in that Kimura lock. You know, unscripted. That was not supposed to happen. How do you react to that?
Brock is a horrible wrestler. He's bad. He can't wrestle. And then also he takes things too, legitimately. As if it's a personal insult.
All people need to see is how CM Punk looks when he goes down.
Yeah.
If they could do a doomsday device on him. Look at him in that ring. He's hurt. Falling on that mat hurts him. It's not the same thing. You put him in a figure four, you know, a sharpshooter. You put him in a sleeper hold. And he will not have that same reaction as every time he gets dropped on that mat, you know?
With a thing, but going back to the original thing of the whole TNA pulling people, we could also compare Rich Swann. Rich Swann is in a current match for Maple Leaf happening
next week.
That's the thing. So is it WWE because WWE don't want Swann at all? So is it WWE not pulling people they don't want? But then again, they pulled the Bear Bronson. So do they want Bear Bronson? Do they want deathmatch wrestlers now?
I think WWE has something to do with that. You in partnership with them. And the one that's fighting, quote unquote, AEW ratings is WWE. It's not TNA.
TNA
does not generate
TNA is about 500,000 less than AEW
to be able to compete like that. You know.
And that's the thing is, TNA seems to believe that they're the number 2 company. That's why I think that it was TNA that did this. I think that TNA is doing this out of some sort of petty beef to think that, hey, we're number 2, so we don't want to compete with your talent at all, which is dumb because you don't pay enough to make that decision.
WWE is going to have to get with the program here because AEW is working.
Well, they got with the program.
And New Japan.
I will say WWE's got with the program.
WWE is not working with AAA. They so-called bought, a big part of the company.
But they're also working
That's
with
a problem. You're in partnership. You have this agreement with TNA where they claim responsibility for getting TNA a new TV deal. Since that whole partnership began, who has benefited?
It's WWE. Okay. People want to say, "Oh no, TNA's benefited. They get better ratings. They got a TV deal." Yeah, but your talent looks like garbage when they're losing to Stax, who I legit have the stats on him. He won 4 matches, last year and lost 11 of them, And one of those 5 wins, because he won 5 matches, lost 11. One of those 5 wins was him winning a belt in TNA. Ariana Grace went 0-10 in 2025. And then wins the Knockouts title on a 10-match losing streak. I'm talking televised matches only here. 10-match losing streak on NXT. And she won the Knockouts title. That makes your talent look so much worse than Nick Nemeth losing to MJF.
Exactly.
How does a world champion
losing to AEW's world champion?
Exactly. That's not that bad. And then Leon Slater was guaranteed to beat Ricochet. You're not going to lose to Ricochet. And I highly doubt that Ricochet be sitting there, well, I want to beat Leon Slater. No. Ricochet was going to take the loss in that match. So TNA and AEW were going to be 1-1 on that one show, on that thing, over the course of the collective. And they went, no, we can't have that, no. So I don't know if it's WWE, because WWE has gotten with the times somewhat in AEW. They're working with the AAA people more now. Half that talent in AAA is not signed to WWE. And then you got, the deal with Pro Wrestling Noah, where they sometimes send some of their people over. Pro Wrestling Noah sends some of their people over. I think they have a wrestler on excursion currently training at the Performance Center. They are willing to work with other companies now. The only company that gets the same, garbage that TNA does is only TNA. There's no other company that takes as many losses, because Pro Wrestling Noah, all those NXT people went over there, got some wins, and lost some.
Yeah.
In AAA, the AAA people beat the WWE talent more than the WWE talent actually beats them. So,
but in TNA,
TNA
is forget it. Let's make our NXT people
and that tells me
good.
That tells me it's not a WWE thing. Because if it was WWE, every company would have to deal with WWE talent coming in, beating their top guys, making them look like jobbers, and then dipping. It's TNA. TNA's always done this. Oh, well, the WWE talent's so much better. It's WWE talent. So yeah, we could afford for all of our talent members to lose to people that don't win on WWE. Like, look, Lexus King is a jobber. Why is he over there in TNA getting wins?
That's what I'm saying.
You're a scrub.
That's what
You're
I'm saying.
not good.
WWE talent is benefiting from this TNA deal.
Yeah, and it's TNA's fault.
Is making bad decisions like that.
That's on TNA. I can't blame WWE because I love to blame WWE for everything. It's great because usually when there's an issue, it's WWE's fault. This is not a WWE issue.
There is a partnership there that WWE has input in it.
I think they have input, but I think it's TNA 100%.
If it's not WWE talent. Mm-hmm. Why would WWE
Exactly. Care? WWE doesn't care because especially they use Leon Slater sometimes. Nick Nemeth was like once that they used him. So obviously they don't care about Nemeth. And they haven't used Bear Bronson at all. And if that was the case that they cared about TNA talent, they would have been mad that TNA let go of Mance Warner because they were trying to... It seemed like they were trying to make a case for Mance to be used in NXT as a part of the TNA invasion.
Why will Mance go to TNA? Again, that's what I'm saying.
To NXT because...
NXT, because he did go to TNA for a little bit. But you're a proven name out there in the Indies, former GCW champion. Either main roster or nothing. They need to keep NXT as developmental.
I don't like pointing out ages of wrestlers because ages don't matter in wrestling. Sting was 60 wrestling in his prime, wrestling like he was prime. But with the Mance, he's pushing 40. Mm-hmm. Why would you go down to developmental where you literally just had a Javon that's like 21?
One of the most successful guys that had a lot of success, fan loved him. Mm-hmm. He was pretty fucking good in that ring was DDP. DDP came into the game late.
Exactly. And DDP's great. DDP wrestled his last match on AEW and still didn't look like he missed a step. DDP, has shown that old wrestlers can go forever. Mm-hmm. Same with Sting. Taker's an outlier. Taker, after 30 years of doing nothing, walks like Kevin Nash.
How is he doing nothing? How the hell did he do nothing for 30 years?
What did Taker do that took a toll on his body that much? That's what I'm talking about.
That guy that big.
He did not.
For starters, being that big,
about the same size.
No, he's not. You're gonna have.
How tall is Taker?
You have knee issues. They got him listed at 6'10".
And how tall is DDP?
6'5".
How tall is How tall is Nash?
Nash, they got him at 7 feet. I'm gonna clock him at 6'10", just like Kane.
Yeah,
Kane, just like the Big
Show.
Kane, just like the Great Khali, just like the Giant Gonzalez. If you look at the way he walks, Omos. Give Omos 10 years in there.
But look at DDP. Let's take DDP for example. DDP is around the same height. He's not the exact same height, but he's around it. DDP could wrestle still like he was not like he was fully in his prime, but he didn't miss a step in that final match. So
you cannot put a DDP and Taker in the same sentence. Although,
you're right, because I think DDP wrestled more than Taker did.
Out of all of them, take all these big guys. The Undertaker
wrestled the least.
Has to be the best one out of all of them. Yes. Big Show is awful.
But Kane and Big Show wrestled
Kevin Nash is the
more.
Closest thing, maybe, to Undertaker, how athletic and shit he was. Has to be Kane. Mm-hmm.
But look, Kane and Big Show wrestled more than Taker did, and they didn't suffer as much damage to their bodies until they started slowing down. When they started slowing down their dates with WWE, it's the issue of Taker is an outlier when it comes to old wrestlers. So I'm going to compare, like a Sting or a DDP to that because, there's Sting, there's DDP, there's, Minoru Suzuki who's like 55 wrestling his prime.
I mean, if you can sign somebody and, take over the world with set talent for the next 10 years, that should be great.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for, we're looking for the next Ric Flair, the next Hulk Hogan.
The fancy Ryan Clancy.
Why are you not taking advantage of this young talent that's out there.
Look, as I just mentioned, Fancy Ryan Clancy.
Somebody
he's good.
In their early 20s.
Yeah.
Mid-20s.
A teriyaki. You could sign him, develop him.
Oh, those are small names, this and that.
Well, you got to make them big names.
You made something out of Daniel Bryan.
Exactly.
You made something out of Kofi.
And that's not to say that Daniel Bryan's bad.
You made something out of The Miz.
Yeah.
You made something out of Seth. I don't want to hear
That's
that.
not to say that Daniel Bryan's bad, because Daniel Bryan was already a world-class athlete. But you took a guy that's not your style, that doesn't look like how you want him to be, and made him a star for your company, even though he doesn't fit the bill for what you want.
Names, and all these guys are 10-time Hall of Famers compared to the next name that I'm going to fucking mention. I can't believe they did this. WWE should have gone out of business. This is like the worst thing they've ever done in wrestling. Push Strowman.
Exactly.
Like Strowman.
It was good. He was bad. He was awful. He's the worst member of the Wyatt family.
Wow. Strowman.
And like, look, you could use a young name, Ryan Clancy, Mr. Danger, Teriyaki, a thing. What else? I mentioned one more earlier.
Jordan Oliver.
Yeah, Jordan Oliver.
Garbage, because I do not like Alec Price.
But he fits for what WWE wants. Alec Price, you could use him.
Tony Khan signing people straight out of high school.
Thing with Pizza Cat and Nick Wade. He signed Nick Wade like 3 years before Nick Wade turned 18.
Dude, that is the future.
Yeah, that's the thing. But I don't trust WWE going after young talent like that.
No, it don't matter.
You got a bunch of creeps in your company.
That is how you have somebody for the next 30 years in the business.
You got to sign the young talent. And WWE refused to do that. They want people.
But you got an Ethan Page there. Yeah. If you can get 6 years out of Raw,
something. Yeah.
That's great if you could have had him for 6 years. He's been down in NXT for 2 years?
Yeah.
Doing nothing?
Ethan Page is 36.
Okay.
So let's say the
average retirement from 34 to 40.
Yeah.
Prime.
That's all you need right there. 6 years. That gives you enough time to develop a Breaker, to develop a Dominic, and make them your world champion type athletes. No. Instead of that, let's use Cody and Roman for another 2 years.
And these guys, Dominic or Breaker, is not living up to the expectations. If I'm WWE, I cut one of them. Let AEW have them.
I would cut.
Oh, but they will develop him this and that. But the money they're going to spend on that, especially if they decide, it might be crazy, they might decide to give Dominic a 5-year deal worth $5 million, $1 million a year. You're in a hole for $5 million. So when somebody becomes available out there,
WWE's got a better chance of getting them.
You might have a better shot at getting them. However, you're going to pay me $1 million a year, and I go right to main roster.
Exactly.
Better than you signing me to 5 years,
$100,000 a year.
No, to go down to NXT.
Exactly.
Unless that kind of money works for you, and you're within the area where you really don't have to travel much.
Yeah.
That'll be ideal. That'll be ideal for somebody that lives in the area. Imagine 1 hour away. To hell, tops 2 hours away.
Yeah.
From where the
performance center. Yeah.
That'll be great.
Exactly. But look, what was it? Another thing that I think that they should do with Dom, I say cut him and let him go to CMLL. Because this whole he's trying to be a luchador, but
Dominic,
it hasn't clicked yet.
29.
Yeah.
And the reality of it all is, since he debuted,
been in WWE,
he has done a bunch of nothing.
Years.
I don't want to hear he has held belts, isn't that? That doesn't mean anything.
Dominic has been in WWE for 6 or 7 years so far.
By now,
and hasn't done anything.
He should have at least
been in world title contention.
And had a great match. Even if you came up short, something for everyone to remember. You're still feuding with people from the Judgment Day.
Because he had a good match against Gunther, and I thought that was it for Dom. Dom had that good match against Gunther, and I went, okay, now Dominic's gonna go up, be a world title contender, leave the Judgment Day, go on his own, see what he's gonna do. That was like a year and a half ago.
You would have pulled him off the Judgment Day. He would have been more successful.
Yes,
he would have tried.
You should have pulled him after Rhea Ripley left the Judgment Day. That was
you pulled her out
You pulled her out and she became a bigger star for
You kill her push. She has not been the same since she left the Judgment.
I say that she got bigger and then she started her descent. Because they started pushing her heavily and then they went,
she hasn't been the
let's
same.
go Liv Morgan.
Cooling her like crazy. That should have been Dominic, the one that did that and benefited from that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how many times is Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, LA Knight, McIntyre
gonna fight for
matches,
belts, and lose,
championship matches,
and lose
when
them.
Dominic can get one and actually win a championship.
No,
Dom versus Roman, that's a good feud.
Because
believe it or not, Dom versus
the young upstart against
versus
the proven
CM Punk.
Yep,
that's a good one. You will learn a lot.
Yeah,
from
I say
CM Punk. You're not going to learn
reignite
shit from Roman. But, I mean, they're putting you basically with their guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Reignite the Rey Mysterio feud and finally retire him. You have to do it. That signifies the World Championship ascent for Dom. It should have been a Mania this year. Or next year. Not next year. Because Saudi Arabia, you want that in front of a big crowd. I guess
they're waiting for Rey Mysterio to decide.
And Rey Mysterio's already said he's willing to retire to Dom. They don't want to push him
make that match happen, but more than likely, well, if you're going to retire, it has to be the Gunther.
That's what they want. That's what I think they were going for.
No, yeah, Gunther.
Dominic
Gunther is a small name out there.
Yeah.
Okay. WWE, Moxley is a worldwide name.
Yeah. But what makes more sense? Look at it. What makes a bigger deal? Rey Mysterio retiring to a Moxley or a Gunther? Or his own son retiring him.
I like that.
Exactly. It's a bigger deal. It's like, oh, the legend, the legendary, the biggest luchador, like most known luchador of all time, because Rey Mysterio's got global crazy appeal. You know, like El Santo was huge. Rey Mysterio's got like even bigger power because WWE allows him to access more people and be known by more people. You know, this global phenomenon finally comes crashing down to an end, not by a luchador, not by a random wrestler, by his own son. It works. Then you turn Dominic you could turn Dominic to a good guy, you can make him a bad guy forever. You retired the great Rey Mysterio.
Dominic is stuck trying to be Eddie.
Yeah, and that's the issue.
And I think that's what killed it.
That's why I think they should send him down to TNA.
That's what killed Lexis King.
Yeah, you didn't try to be Pillman.
Brian Pillman Jr.
Yeah.
It's more marketable.
You used the name, but you didn't try to be Pillman. You tried to be Pillman, Hollywood blonde Pillman, the one with Steve Austin Pillman. That was the wrong Pillman to try to be. Now I know you don't want to do the whole thing. What is it? The whole loose cannon Brian Pillman. Yeah, sure, but you should have gone as Lexis King to begin with then. Because going to AEW as Brian Pillman, you should have stuck as Lexis King. No matter what Tony Khan told you. Should have stuck as Lexis King because now, forever,
it will
just look like a missed opportunity.
And I mean, I'm just waiting. It's like
also
after WrestleMania they start with the budget cuts or something like that.
And I'm waiting for you to get cut. Look, I'd cut the entirety of Birthright because not one of them is good. Yeah. You got Brogan Finley, who failed at the one role you wanted him to do, which was getting David Finley over there. Mm-hmm. You got Stax, who's not even the kid of a wrestler.
I would have gone him. I would have
gone Jensen.
I would have pushed. I would have gotten Finley. And that automatically becomes Seth's replacement right there.
David Finley, yeah.
They automatically.
Because they didn't want to give him money.
Has the look, has the theme,
yep.
Has Gato by his side. And
Gato
you're exactly what you need. So I got one guy there that replaced.
I'm a madman,
now, you need to replace
CM Punk with the Madman?
CM Punk. If you get a Gabe Kidd, I mean, you already got two.
Unpredictable on the mic. Okay. You can get a Gabe Kidd. You can get a Koger.
You want somebody.
You need somebody
that's out there. You
need somebody unpredictable.
That's
on that
crazy.
Mic. Yeah.
You get a Clark Connors right there.
That's your set.
There's one more
for that
Roman? You can actually push as Roman in Drill Maloney.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just
That's one group.
But look, if you want,
but all individually, shit. Yeah, I just replaced CM Punk, Seth, Roman, And I got Clark Connors.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's great.
But look, if you wanted people, David Finlay could take over for Seth or Roman. Okay,
I'll
put him Roman.
Seth.
I'll give him Roman because he fits more as Roman. Bad wrestling, more aura. So I'll put him in Roman's spot. You need somebody for Seth. Clark Connors fits in a Seth spot.
Yeah, especially with this ridiculous gimmick.
Now for CM Punk, you need somebody unpredictable on the mic. There's two: Atticus Cogar or Gabe Kidd.
No, you go Gabe Kidd.
I'd go both.
You steal.
Honestly,
no, I'm stealing from this place.
From New Japan.
Okay. Yeah.
And then for a Cody, all of them. If I'm going for a Cody, you got to find somebody with that mass market appeal. There's one guy that has that appeal. That can sell the kind of merch that Cody does that sells very well to children demographics.
Oh, it's easy. You don't even need to go outside of the company. You just bring Ethan Page and drop Cody.
Not a song like Ethan Page.
I don't mean fire Cody.
I was going to say you get Osprey.
Cool the fuck out of him. The reason I didn't mention these guys, you had a chance to sign them.
Yeah, and you didn't.
You had a chance to sign MJF.
They had a chance to sign... MJF willingly said no.
And you failed. Of course, MJF would not have worked with your soft programming. You need to go TV 14. You're going to have to... I know you prioritize money overall.
But you got to go.
You're in trouble.
Yeah.
With this year's WrestleMania.
And
look what you have to look forward
Pat McAfee.
Next year.
Yeah.
Look where you're going.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia.
With everything that's going on.
And I'm already hearing rumors of The Rock and Stone Cold over there.
Some reason, with this whole tension and war and threats,
you got an issue.
You have to cancel that. But I don't mean today. I mean...
You got to cancel that.
6 months
prior.
Before.
Yeah.
You are in so much trouble.
You might have to go to Madison Square Garden because you're not going to be able to sell tickets to a giant stadium like this.
And okay. But will you go 2 nights or 1 night?
They're going to go 2 nights.
I think in 6 months, you will not be able to sell out.
To a Madison Square Garden, you can do that.
No. Now with the kind of money...
The crazy thing is...
you are going to be asking for...
Yeah, that's the issue. You're going to have to go normal ticket price, like a raw ticket price.
What I mean by this is... In a stadium, just in the front rows alone, first like 4 rows alone, say you can charge
like 10,000. That's what they're charging.
10
to 5,
15, 12. Say there. Those 4 rows alone take up about say 10% of the Garden's full capacity. So. You're going to start at 10,000 over here. And the tickets up there
are going to end up, they're like 600 things like up there. Yeah.
Who the fuck is going to pay $600
for the Garden?
To be all the way the fuck
all the way up there.
At the Garden.
Yeah.
Again, WrestleMania.
At a short notice show on the Garden.
Exactly.
Because people would have to travel.
Now, if you sell these things at a more reasonable price,
you could do it.
On the short notice... Maybe.
I'm not talking like AEW price.
New York,
here.
Everybody travels and everybody will travel to New York, this and that. And the world's most famous arena.
And all you got to do...
I get the whole thing.
How many people fit in a Madison Square Garden?
1 second. But you're going from a stadium.
Yeah. To a small venue.
To pushing it 20,000.
Yeah. Now,
that's
20 and 20, that's
because
40.
The first thing you lose is what? What you... Try to sell WrestleMania.
The biggest show of the year. Then you'll be... Yeah.
You have no ramp.
You'll be there.
At the Garden?
Yeah.
There is no ramp.
It's
just a short thing.
Mm-hmm. You'll be at the Garden while AEW's down in Wembley. Or somewhere... I hope they go somewhere else next year because you cannot keep doing these Wembley shows yearly over there because you are going to kill the entire UK market.
They're counting on all of Europe.
Yeah, but Wembley's too much for you to do this.
Neighboring countries and stuff,
You got lucky that first year with 80-something thousand. Then you dropped down to like 50,000. Now, without any matches and with like 5 months away, you got almost 30,000. You're going to get another 50,000, but it seems like you're going to slowly go down.
I think that happens with this year. This year, you wanted exit to sell X amount of seats, and you did, and you fell short by, say, 2,000 each night isn't that?
I think
fine.
WWE fans will stay
but
quiet.
You went from
80,000
over 80
to 50,
and now you're down to 40.
Yeah, and that's the thing is.
So that means if one of those $80,000 seats at a WrestleMania, one night is the equivalent to what you're gonna fill in 2 nights over here.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Going to Saudi Arabia, and they haven't mentioned it yet or anything. Are you going for the biggest stadium they have over there, or are you going for something smaller?
I think they're going for something
smaller. You might go
maybe
something
about 40,000.
The next, that's
because
even then,
because Saudi Arabia is such an issue.
That's going to be crazy. When they do these things, the crown jewels, place seems pretty big.
Yes,
but there has to be under 30,000 people there.
There's
usually
20
look
something
up the stats for that?
Crown jewel. I'm gonna go crown
jewel.
Any
one of them, because I believe you do them in the same thing in Jeddah.
Let's go 2024.
Oh no, or Riyadh.
They swap around Riyadh and Jeddah, I believe. Okay, 2024, 20,000 people.
20. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. We can find 2025. 2025, 13,000. That was in Perth, Australia.
No, not Perth. Australia. Just
no Perth. Crown Jewel. Okay, Crown Jewel 2023. Does not say. They said no, dude. You're not knowing it.
So just go for 20,000.
Yeah.
20,000 on one night, 20,000 another night. That's 40,000 people. So what you're telling me is that you go from 80,000 people each night, right, to dropping that to half, 40,000 every night, each night, to now dropping that to half.
Here, 2022. How many people were there? I'm trying to find that because that had Logan Paul.
You don't think there's? It says there's a problem.
13,000, I believe.
You don't think there's a problem there?
Going from
160 in 2 nights.
Yeah.
To going 80 in 2 nights.
Exactly.
To going 40. In 2 nights.
Well, that brings me to which is another portion of TKO. Let's see the seats for UFC tonight. This is how many seats are left unsold.
People don't see what we're seeing there. I don't care about UFC.
Yeah, but that just tells me that TKO doesn't care how much you don't sell. So WWE might go at a loss. They might try to pack an arena with like 80,000 and fail again.
It's crazy.
Because the UFC seats, there's
crazy.
To the people that are listening,
thing that WWE
there's nothing.
And that's how... And it is so stupid.
There's like 10% of those seats sold.
80,000 tickets. You can sell 85,000 if you remove that goddamn ramp.
If you remove that ramp and stop going to the same place, because you doomed yourself. You went Vegas, then you went Vegas again. All them Vegas people don't got money for that.
I think what they should do, honestly, you want to bring up the tickets at $20,000. That's fine. One night. This 2 night thing is too hard.
Because it's like 30,000 for both nights for the seats.
It's too hard to keep putting this up, especially when you honestly, if you look at the last 4 WrestleManias, if there's, say, go with 40 different talents that you have used over the last 4 WrestleManias,
that is the only people that are going to
30 of them
are the same
have
people.
Competed in the last 4, whether it's a main event, whether it's part of a tag team or something, and that is the problem.
I will look at WrestleMania 42. Let's go 42 and see how many talents are on the previous one. The only new talents appear to be...
It don't matter what team. It don't matter in what match.
I believe the only new talents might be like I Show Speed, The Care, like stuff like that. People that weren't up there on main roster last year, but that were... that's the only difference. Like, Grande Americano was in a match last year. It was Gable. He's not there this year. Fenix was in a match last year. Not there this year. Stratton was in a match last year. Not there this year.
That's crazy, but it wasn't
Stratton's at a Coachella right now. That's more important, I guess. Io doesn't have a match. They're going Io and Asuka at Backlash because they don't think Nikki Bella is going to be cleared in time. Here, I got a better idea.
A week away. How the hell do you not know?
I got a better idea.
What happened What happened with this whole theory? Triple H's words. Long-term storytelling. What happened?
They don't have that. There is no long-term storytelling. Long-term storytelling means booking the thing, Solo's group versus the Wyatt Six for 7 months and not getting rid of it, no matter how much people hate it.
You do not build anything. Look, you can tell. You can tell. It's an internal struggle.
Yeah.
You trying to hide it. You're trying to do this. You're trying to do that. And
you could tell that it is so apparent.
In an era where everybody's walking around with a camera. Mm-hmm. Nobody walks around with a phone.
You can tell.
Because people
that there's
don't talk on their fucking phones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah, because who wants
to
take a phone call?
They use their camera more than they use a goddamn phone. So everybody's walking around with a goddamn camera. Every fucking house, every fucking building, every fucking corner,
mm-hmm.
everything
can be seen.
Fucking cameras.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way. And then on top of that, if that's not bad enough, your damn talent. Well, the people that you work with cannot help with taking pictures and posting shit.
Yeah, and telling things to like news writers and stuff. But look, if WWE wants a short notice match, fine. Asuka and Io can't happen on the show. I got a great idea. A great match that gets that feud still there. Kairi versus Asuka. I mean, not Kairi versus Asuka. Kairi. No, because Kairi's got a team with Asuka. Okay, fine. So they can't have that. Now I got an even better idea. Io goes and answers an open challenge to Julia. There. It gets her on the card. It gets that title on the card.
Io
That's it.
Is overrated.
Io is the best woman they have on that roster.
Io is overrated.
When it comes to
WWE, yes. You are not as good as WWE says you are because they have never, ever use you
as if you are that good.
You are
yes.
as good as they say they are. So you're either
look at her title reign.
You're either getting screwed intentionally, or you're average.
I think it's they're intentionally trying to cool her down. Look at her title reign. She won that title, and people have big hopes for her because she is legitimately seen to be one of the best women's wrestlers, one of the best wrestlers in the world today.
Does WWE
what did they do?
They book you that way?
No. For like 3-4 months, all she did, or I think it was about 3 months, that she just kept showing up in backstage segments. She wasn't wrestling. She wasn't defending her belt. She was just kind of holding it. She didn't seem to be happy.
Yeah, and what's with this WWE thing that is lately? It's been happening like more than ever. Why does it seem like the whole Raw show
is promo
is based on Adam Pearce?
It is. It seems like it is. Because, like, the last time we watched, I think, what was it? It ended with Obafemi and Brock fighting in their contract signing. Went off air 30 minutes early. And they showed Pierce out there like 5 times that night. It was insane. There's too much Pierce out there for there to be nothing happening. Like, if Pierce was out there leading up to a match, Pierce first, like, Pierce is so mad that he wrestles someone like McIntyre.
Is people interfering in matches.
Yep.
And attacking other people after the matches or attacking someone during a promo.
He doesn't care about
interference. You don't go out
he
there.
He cares about attacking people.
Interference, meaning Dominic was against Balor, and then McDonough goes out there.
And then in a backstage segment, we'll see him whining.
Dominic and McDonough and, I don't know, throw bobblehead Liv Morgan attacking Balor.
Yeah.
And then they put his head, on a chair, about to stomp and Pierce.
Yeah.
And all, the posse
Petey Williams,
comes out.
Yeah. Everybody's
You're out there, doing all that.
Mm-hmm.
But when, when a Solo went out there
and attacked Cody,
Cody to finish his story, why didn't you go out there and did the right thing then?
No, because...
See? So...
Exactly.
Why is Raw based on you?
Why is Raw the
going out there, but you're not really doing anything?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you're sacrificing a lot of better talent for Adam Pearce. Like, again, as I said, Io won that title, and they didn't want to put her out there. But Adam Pearce was out there. You made sure that Adam Pearce was out there. It's like, this Mania and all of WWE altogether over the past couple of years has been so poorly booked. I mean, look at this. We're still debating on matches a week before the show. Like, I get it.
And
okay,
this has been like that, like the last
couple
years. So that is.
Like, I get it.
That is a problem.
You want to book up until the show. I ain't got no issue with you booking matches up until the show. Every company does it. My issue with the fact is that it's not on TV.
You cannot book a match a week before and have people interested in it.
Yeah.
Certain things, certain elements.
No, I'm not talking like a thing. I'm not talking like come up with the match and book it.
To be able
I'm talking like a thing. Like, what is it? Jacob
like
Fatu and McIntyre.
if you go back years ago. Yeah, I mean, you got to go back years ago. That's when he disappointed me. When Hickenbottom lost to Stone Cold.
Yeah.
The build-up for that was immense.
But what I'm talking
you no longer do that.
Is Jacob Fatu and McIntyre wrestle, let's say, fight from the Rumble onwards. They're fighting for like 3-4 months. And then the week before Mania, Adam Pearce goes out there, I've had enough. Finally. Unsanctioned match for WrestleMania. You're out there on SmackDown.
Those unsanctioned matches is like...
That's exactly the match they're going to have.
And Patrick having a pillow fight.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's Rowley and Greg just circling around the cheese.
Yeah, no holds barred is just Dario Wimpy Kid. Come on now.
But look, that's what I'm talking about.
The cell
that is
so big.
Yeah, and there's nothing.
So tall.
Nothing happens.
You can't even climb that bitch. Yeah. Like, come on now.
But that's what I'm saying. I have no issue with you booking matches like that where there's build-up up until like 3 months, like 3 months before, and then finally it's made official like a week before the show. Okay, fine, there's build-up to that. My issue is that backstage, y'all are still sitting there at the writer's table. Well, we got to finalize this WrestleMania card a week before the show. Asuka and Io can't wrestle on it. Nikki Bella's not cleared. But we're waiting. We're waiting to book that show.
I think the end of WWE operating like they know what they're doing
is over. Yeah. WWE no longer has any clue.
The way you're going, man.
Do I hate pro
I am hoping that everything just goes to shit and you have to
change some stuff. Yeah.
That WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, just like you snubbed
just to see what happens.
New Orleans.
Yeah. Just to see
how
what happens.
you come back from that. Okay?
Because look, them snubbing New Orleans is what led exactly to the situation we're in now, where WrestleMania can't sell tickets. Nothing is changing at a WrestleMania. WrestleMania, they got McAfee selling tickets by saying, WrestleMania Night 2, it's horrible. I wouldn't pay for that. How does that sell tickets?
Yeah, isn't that where the Randy and Cody match is going to take place?
Exactly. I believe it's Night 2, because if it's Night 1, God knows what's on Night 2.
Roman versus CM Punk.
That's not a Night 2 match. But okay. I believe that is the perfect place to end it off right now. WrestleMania's build has been awful, been abysmal, and straight up, we're the week prior to it, we're the week of it, basically, and nothing seems to be changing. It just seems to be worse and worse.
Before we go. Who takes the blame?
Who takes the blame?
All of this.
If you're a WWE fan,
one person,
they'll give the blame to Ari Emanuel.
Okay.
If I'm going with who I give the blame to, I give it to Triple H, because it's your job to book around the garbage and you book horribly.